Hey everyone, how we all doing? Can you hear me okay? So today's stream, I was kind of having a think now, and I was like, well, there hasn't been any big model releases yet, like as of today, the 24th. But that doesn't mean there hasn't been model releases. And I thought, well, why don't we spend some time this session seeing what some of the smaller quotation mark releases are like, and just kind of seeing what they're like for pros, you know, see if there's anything that's like a pleasant surprise, like we had with Mistral Medium 3.1. Um, so what I thought, well, the easiest way for me to test them is I went on OpenRouter, and if I go onto their models list and sort by newest, I can see the models that are there. So I can see that some qwen models have come out recently. I'm just going to click on one to see if it says the date they were released. I don't think it does, but interesting to know. So I'd probably try the Max, Qwen 3 Max, GPT-5 codex. Okay, but that's for engineering, so doesn't really matter. There's DeepSeek 3.1. And there's Grok 4 Fast, which apparently is free, so not going to complain. Deep research model, coding. Let's open up Meituan. I also like looking on these models onto apps, and this is the apps that are most used that have most used it. So I can see the Silly Tavern, so it might be good for roleplay. AI writing companion, so it might be worth giving it a shot. But yeah, I think we've got some things that we can play around with. Are there any models that have been released that you guys are curious about? I guess now we're getting into the Nano Banana and like DeepSeek and stuff. These are models that we've already tested. So yeah, Qwen 3. Okay, so Qwen 3 was created yesterday. Oh, had created September 23rd. So yeah, yesterday. So these are all very new. So what I'm going to do is I'm on Novelcrafter. I'm going to zoom in first. And I'm going to click on prompts. And then I'm going to make a model collection. So I'm going to go on to new model collection. I'm going to call this new model tests. And then I'm going to start adding in these new models. So I'm going to leave the name blank because it'll self-populate after. Qwen 3. I'm not sure how the Qwen 3.1 is put. So what I'm going to do now is go back on to okay, Qwen 3 hyphen max. So we've got Qwen 3 max. I don't know what the parameters are like, so I'm just going to keep everything as it is, see what the defaults are like. Good morning, Bonnie. Good morning, Fuzzy. What else did I want to test? We've got Qwen. DeepSeek 3.1. I guess the Terminus is the new one. Yeah. Grok 4 Fast. Okay. Let's also try. What was I looking at? I'm just going to open up. There was LongCat. Oh, that was the Meituan. Moonshot, maybe. So what my plans were to test style, how well it can mix style, how it is kind of just off the bat, and just yeah, in general, kind of get vibes. Yeah, I've gonna look at the Kimi in a sec. I'm just checking. Um, yeah, it's not got as. It's just some people in Novelcrafter have used it, so maybe I'll give the RC. And Kimi. I'm sure it did say the date of release somewhere, and I've just yeah, created then. So yeah, my bad. Kilo code, root codes. It's got yeah, why not? Let's try it. Moonshot. And 05, 0905. Right, so yeah, let's give these a go. I'm going to attach these to the general purpose scene beat completion. And yeah, give this a go because I had what had I been doing here? Oh, so I've been testing some. Okay, so I've been testing some previous models with how they did for writing, and this is using snippet for style, my voice, yeah. So okay, let's tweak and generate. I want to edit the prompt first. I'm just getting rid of I've obviously not used this model in a while, so I'm just gonna get rid of all of those. Attach a collection, new model tests, close. And then I want to select. I guess we'll just go through them in order. And I'm kind of wanting to see, first of all, like, is it going to flag up anything? Like, whether it's kind of mimicking my style, just kind of giving a vibe. And then I'll have a look at the costs as well. So this beat was like, okay, so it started with. So I feel like already it's okay, but it's just kind of a bit bland. It's kind of describing, it's telling rather than showing. It is swearing though. Cheek protested. Okay, I feel like it's also felt the need to add some kind of like dramatic conclusion. So like, okay, so I'm not hugely impressed with Qwen. It has gone to the within 10% the 500 words. The prose is okay. It's just very telly. I think is that's the first thing I noticed. It's just it needs zhuzhing up. Yeah. Okay, deepseek terminus. Does not work. That was the new deepseek, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so deepseek v3 1 terminus. Yeah. That was quite something. Let's try again. Grok 4 fast free. So these are all trying to get it to follow my style. So, okay, rude. How is everyone doing? Have any of you tried these models? Okay, we'll try Grok later. But yeah, if any of you guys given these models a go, like, would be good to know what their capacity, like their capabilities are. Okay, this is already better. I feel like maybe in terms of paragraph kind of things, it's a bit like meh. But I'm watching the word counter at the moment. That was my first impression with any deepseek as well. Just gobble. The one from the last roundup was the only one that played along somewhat. Yeah. Okay, this has gone way over, but it's actually using some knowledge of like fixing shit, which is cool. I mean, it's loving its bolding, but to be fair, this is the first model that I've seen really describe what an electric shock is like and a surge. Um, I've never really seen any of them kind of go into so much detail, which is interesting. I don't know if it's what for Phil. I have not heard of these either. Like a lot of these either. I've gone onto OpenRouter and I've been like, what are the new models? What can I try out? Like and see how it is. Yeah, these are. I mean, yeah, I'm usually a Claude or Gemini, depending on what my tasks are. But okay, but no, I'm kind of impressed with the whole like it knowing what these are. Um, it's swearing as well, which is good. Bonnie says that Try the Kimmy, Deepseek is goodish. R1 was my favorite for the darker and more explicit. I mean, so this is what is this? This is LongCat. I'm actually really, I mean, like it's really long paragraphs. Kind of impressed by the swearing and like how the descriptions are going. Fuzzy says I tried out Kimmy, was okay with the result, but I'm an otter of habit and I went back to Mistral, but it's on my back burner. Yeah, I think we all have the models that we like and we stick with. Robert says anyone ever tried Claude 4 Opus? Yeah, I really like. Well, I use 4.1 Opus, but I really like it. I deal with the pain of cost by very carefully writing my beats before I start, which makes things easier. But no, I really like 4. It's for me, it's worth the cost, but depending on what is going on, it might not be for yourselves. So yeah, I think with this, definitely the models are cool. It's really gone into the descriptions, but it's okay. I would be interested in playing around with this model more. That's given me oh, the pupper has just returned home after his groom, so we'll have to give him his proper affection, of course, if he comes upstairs. So we're trying AFM. I've never heard of this one. It might be rubbish. Hello! Who's a good boy? Oh, who's a lovely, lovely, fresh boy? Oh, come up here. Oh, you are the handsome boy, yes. Oh, who's a good boy? Yes, it's you, it's you. Oh, he's so clean and tidy. I don't know if any of you answered. Here is my clean and precious boy. Oh, you do such a good job. You are so brave and strong. And your paws are now nice and clean and fresh and tidy. You are such a good boy. my pupper went to the groomers for the first time. Okay. He's had his praise. He is now like, I'm going downstairs. Oh yeah. Well, you can tell me after stream. Yeah. Thank. Um. Okay. I can already see some things, but yeah, 2,700 words. Well, you compare the cost of printing, promoting, time, and quantity. It becomes clear that superior prose is worth it. I don't mind paying for superior prose. Yeah, exactly. I am fine with the cost for. I mean, I still do a lot of editing, but like it gets nearest to what I want. Um. Okay, I think my problem with Kimmy was that it wasn't adhering to the codex law as much as I wanted. I'm a stickler about that. Bonnie says I use Opus 4 on my Pro plan, but it eats your time. Yeah, I use Opus 4 on my Pro plan a lot. What I do is I plan a chapter, I then stick it in a scene beat, and then I copy the prompt preview and stick it in there sometimes. But yeah. And yeah, Bonnie, I know, right? That here's my he. Oh, he smells so good as well. But yeah, he's my papa. I'm so happy to have him. He's very cute. And he'd come back with a little bandana, which is adorable. Yeah. Okay. So this is already introducing characters from like the codex, presumably from like the sample chapter. Um, it's not really understood the context. It's really giving spoilers. Apparently there's a cat. Um okay, and then now it's started. Now it's really gone crazy. Yeah, I have no idea what it's doing. So it started writing another story after that. Um curious. Curious indeed. So AFM, perhaps not what you would want for writing coherent prose. Suddenly cat, exactly. It was like the reverse of just then. They're suddenly purple, but suddenly cat. Um, yeah, then the world coughed. Okay, I mean it's got the word count. I'm gonna give them all a go with the general purpose prompt because these all feel really like paragraphy, and I don't know if that's just kind of like based on my thing or if it's something else. So you know. Oh, and I said we were going to test grok as well. Maybe it's because I've done. I don't know. Okay, grok is working now. Okay. Grokfast is swearing, so good for you not safe for work people, or like a promising sign. Oh, that was. Is it moving for you guys as well? No, that's trippy. Um, Again, very like paragraphy, like. I'm gonna change. So I'm gonna go put Delilah's personality into the narrative. I'm just gonna see how this changes things. I don't know if it will. Has anyone found anything consistently better than Claude 3.5 or 3.7 for action thriller fiction? For any of our viewers, have you found anything better than Claude 3.5 or 3.7? Especially now 3.5 is like going bye bye. Oh, okay. This is already looking more promising. Okay. Just one more, but She lay still, cheek pressed to grimy floor tiles, wondering if the universe had it in for plumbers specifically. Robert replies to a Phil saying, Claude 4, presumably sonnet. But yeah. So I already like this better. It's got more injecting of personality. So Qwen 3 Max is doing okay with that. Um okay, let's try how deepseek terminus does. The final connection point was stub encrusted with mineral deposits. Okay. Blackout dance. Yeah, it's alright. Um Fuzzy says my go-to is still doing one or two beats, 200-ish words with 3.7 and then switching to Mistral. It was pretty visceral during two action scenes. Yeah, I think if you have a model that's really good at mimicking, and Mistral 3.1 was pretty darn good, you could definitely start a scene off with a more expensive or stronger model and then go on to that. Um yeah, I rotate between a few, but I like using um yeah, I like always starting a beat with like my voice where possible just to kind of like give it something, but yeah. Okay, LongCat is seeming to 3.1 I'm assuming, Mistral medium. That's the one I would assume anyway. Okay, this is looking better. Okay, LongCat is promising. Although Darkness hit like a physical blow. AI isn't much. I think this is the one I was kind of impressed with last time. Okay, I think it might be worth trying like a completely blank novel and just seeing what we can do. Okay, let's just start a new one. I'm going to go on to Novelcrafter, resources, I guess the antique shop. I'm just going through these quickly because I just want to get like, okay, diesel fantasy, enchanted tattoos that grant minor powers, corporate mega states exploiting. Okay, right, we can work with this. Let's just create a scene. I'm just seeing how it works straight out of the bat, completely pantsing. Um, um, okay. Her first magical tattoo. Um, diesel fantasy, gritty. Hey, boy. Oh, you doing your coop up? Yes. Okay, well, sorry, my arm is gone. Good thing that I'm doing this. And now I try and use my left hand to do everything. How you doing, boy? Don't worry, I didn't leave you for long. And we're gonna try long chat, long cat. I keep calling it long chat. You doing, boy? Oh, you're so handsome. Didn't mean to leave you for that long. Okay. Oh, okay. We've got Diesel Fantasy Orcs. Okay. Annie's fingers tapped against her thigh. Um, Ozone, maybe, or the ghost of old spells burnt into the floorboards. The artist, a hulking orc with iron heeled boots and a jaw like a vice, didn't look up from his work. He ground charcoal. Hey, you wanting my attention? Um, you want a tattoo or stand there shaking like a wet dog? Her voice didn't wobble good. Okay. She traced 3 cabbages for a potion that hid the pain, not fix it, just to let her get the fix. Oh, okay, so she has a mind scar, okay. Hey, baby. Um, ooh, okay, how it's going. I'm kind of curious. Okay, let's keep going. Um, just continue writing. I am curious. Let's continue the story. Seeing how LongCat can keep going, like its edges pulled. Oh, good boy. Um, liquid vet. Oh my god, what on earth is going on? Um, and that thing will crawl up. Oh my god, what? Okay, interesting. It's doing a pretty good job of making a story. Um, I mean, I'm kind of curious now to see how this finishes. Um, has it put that as a quote? Okay, so it has put it as a quote, but interesting. Even freelancers follow code. Okay, oh my god. Okay, this I sorry, I've just been like quiet for a moment while I was watching this. I This is interesting. I think what we can see is that this long cat actually has some okay ideas. I would want to refine it, but it feels all right out of the bat. Let's try something else. I usually do this in streams. Like I find the model I like the best, and I want to push it further. So I'm going to move this chapter to the front. Um, what do I want to write? A romance. Let's go something romantic. What kind of romance thing? Um, um, no, we're not going to go fantasy. We're going to keep it. One is uh, David is carrying pastries. Let's see what it does with this. What do you guys think of LongCat? Like, what are your impressions kind of seeing the prose it's generating? Okay, I'm going to give it more instruction because uh, third person limited Elizabeth's point of view. I think just because there isn't a point of view, that did kind of like skew things. So oh my, yeah, exactly. I think that's the thing. I didn't see anything that stood out as I hate it. Kind of curious how much this is costing. Um, I mean, a bit like it's okay, but like I'm also not finding anything that I'm hating, and yeah, this has some point of view. Let me go on my activity. Yeah, I mean, this was what, zero point 0.5 of a cent. No, wait, that was 1 cent. 0.05 of a cent. Like, you can't go wrong with that. Like, if you're gonna play around with it. Let's try chatting with the scene. I've not added the. Yeah, this is like if you want like a dirt cheap model, this is interesting. I'm kind of curious to see how it does with like the cozy mystery. the story. What might happen next? Which are both around two output. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is really cheap. Like, dark industrial fantasy world. So yeah, strong cyberpunk, supernatural. So yeah, that makes sense with our um diesel punk theme. Magic has a physical cost and collateral effects. I like the I mean, the fact that actually these collectors, um, like I feel like that is very like fitting of this. So yeah, this Mhm. Oh. Um, yeah. Okay, so it seems to like understand. Um, it's got themes to explore. I think there's promise here. Yeah, I like this model. So I think my conclusion from this is that um, of all the models that I tested, LongCat Flash Chat has some promise, especially if you're on a really low budget. Um, yeah. Um, what was I gonna do? Barking Butt Melon Bonfires. Let's have a look at this. I'm just curious now to see how it will write this. Um, this is for my I mean, she had noticed she was shaking. But you know, we'll deal with that. Okay. I've got a spare room, a garden, peanut butter. Absolutely everything you need for a pupper. Okay. I could work with this, I think. Like, it's not done the words requested, but I think it has mimicked the style. You could always expand on stuff. It's usable, it's workable. I think you could definitely do something with it. So yeah, summary of this, LongCat Flash Chat might be worth giving a go if you're like really on a budget. I think at this point, unless anyone has any questions they want to ask, I might head off because like this feels like I've got everything done. Like I've tested the models, we've kind of seen which immediately are bad. We've found the most promising, and it's you know, let out of class early, all that. I've not even finished my tea. It's crazy. So while I drink my tea, I'll give you all a minute to ask questions if you've got any. Um, Hopefully there is an AI release this week. We are like the Twitter sphere seems to think there will be. And so if there is, I'll be a happy bee. And if so, we'll be testing that model. If not, I'm not sure what we'll do. Maybe continue with the novella dollar novella. Maybe some other stuff. We'll just give it a go. Okay, I'm gonna assume then that that is no questions. Um, it's always hard to know with the lag. I should have timed the lag first. But thank you everyone for coming. I've really enjoyed this stream. And I will see you all on Saturday. Oh, before I go, um, once more, if you go on the Novelcrafter website, the Ultimate Beginner's Guide, for those of you who are new, we have a new section on using the workshop chat. It's kind of like, very much novice aimed. Um, but yeah, it should be useful to you all if you're new or you just want some tips and tricks. And yeah, so check that out. Yeah, of course we've got the rest. We're going to be working on section 4 soon. The codex. Oh, so for Bonnie, the biggest question, the price is dirt cheap. Input price 15 cents per million tokens, 75 cents output. If we go on to activity, I mean, yeah, you can see that analysis I did at the end cost zero point 0.2 cents. So yeah, absolutely worth it to give it a go. I think. Oh no, that was the long chapter, I think, with a lot of information. But yeah, 0.2 cent for that. That's really good. Especially when you consider it to like Opus is the most expensive. So that is $15 input price. And this is 15 cents, so what? 100 times cheaper than Opus? Which is kind of crazy. But yeah. And on that note, I will see you all again on Saturday. Have a great weekend or a great week and happy writing.